Chapter 2, Fractions and Decimals. In this chapter, we'll be learning about multiplying fractions, dividing mixed numbers, adding and subtracting decimals, multiplying decimals, dividing whole numbers, and dividing decimals. So we have 7 sections. It's a longer chapter. We'll have some quizzes throughout. You do not need to write any of this down, but at the top of your paper, I would like for you to, up in the top margin, I would like you to write Chapter 2, Fractions and Decimals. 2.1, Multiplying Fractions. So I told you before, we don't need to write these down, but as long as we have at least gone over them, our learning target for this section is find products involving fractions and mixed numbers. It also says on here that we'll be able to, by the end of this section, we'll be able to draw a model to explain fraction multiplication, multiply the fractions, find products involving mixed numbers, and we'll also be able to interpret products involving fractions and mixed numbers to solve the real life problems. And we're going to start with example 1. I'm going to actually move this right out of the way here so that we can set it up just like we are used to doing our notes. So write down example 1, multiplying fractions, and then we are going to start off with finding this problem. Now, the one thing about when you're writing down notes from a video like this, you're going to oftentimes pause your video. You don't want to just always keep it running because you won't be able to keep up. So right now would be a good time to hit pause, get that written down, and then you can move on with me as I go. So our problem is to find 1/4 times 1/2. And we're going to use a model to basically find this. One thing I want to point out is when we have our multiplication sign in there, that is actually going to, we can read it like this. The word of also means multiplication. So 1/4 of 1/2. And that's kind of what we want to think of it like every time we say it. We're going to use a tape diagram to actually fill out what this means and how we can actually multiply these fractions together. So I want you to draw this out for me. So what I've done is I've made a hole, okay? So this whole tape basically is a hole. If I looked at it, I've got 1, let me go back here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have 8 pieces, okay? The reason I chose 8 was because I've got 2 and 4, and 8 can also go into 2 and 4. Another reason I chose it is because I want to show you if I've got 1/4 of 1/2, what can I show as my 1/2? Well, this area right here is 1/2. Okay, so this represents 1/2. Now if 1/2 of my entire tape, right? If I take and I show you what 1/4 of that 1/2 is, I would simply be taking how much of it? 1, and let me get my pointer, I got 1 out of 1, 2, 3, 4. So my 1/4, here's my 1/4. Okay, this is my half of my area, and I took 1/4 of it. So basically I've got this half, and now I've got to figure out, well, what does it actually equal? How many of all of the tape did I fill in? Well, I filled in 1 out of 8. 1 out of 8. Now, let me do that again so it's not so confusing, and I'll just do it with a tape diagram so it makes more sense. Just to kind of look at this tape diagram, if I were to actually take this out, and you don't have to write this down quite yet, and I just made a box, okay? And I split it in half, okay? I'm just taking that and I'm splitting it down the middle. Basically, what I'm showing you is I have 2 halves. No matter what we do, we're going to have 2 halves of something. Okay, so if I'm taking 1/4 of 1/2, I've got to split the this first half right here into the 4s, into 1/4. So I just go 1, 2, 3. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4. I want to know what 1/4 of 1/2 is. Well, if I did that, I got to go down here and show that I've got this many more, which ends up equaling 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I filled in 1 of them. So I hope that kind of makes a little bit more sense of where I got the 1/8 from. Let me show you a little bit of an easier way to do it. Pretty simple. 1/2 or 1/4 times 1/2. The nice thing about multiplying fractions is you just simply multiply. You just go straight across. 1 times 1 equals 1. 4 times 2 equals 8. Now, if I went back and I just showed you what we just did with that tape diagram, it's the same answer, isn't it? So yes, it is simple. Now, again, we just built it up. However, it does get a little bit trickier as we go. Let's watch the next one. So when I show you this is going to be a lot easier. Here's my key idea. Multiplying fractions. All right, set your paper up like this for me. Multiplying fractions. In the words, it means multiply the numerators and multiply the denominators. This is what it would look like with numbers. And make sure you're writing this down, please. So 3 times 7, or 3/7, times 1/2 equals 3 times 1, which is 3, and 7 times 2, which is 14. Now, the nice thing is I don't have to simplify, so it just says that. Algebraically, it's written like this. The reason you're going to start seeing that is because we're going to start getting into algebra. So A over B times C over D equals A times C and B times D. Now remember, my B and my D can't actually equal 0, so don't forget that. So now we're just going to take what we did with the key idea and we're just going to go straight across. So if I did it set up like that, I would go like this. 8 times 3 is 24. 9 times 4 is 36. Now, the problem is this would be half off on a test or a quiz or homework. So you have to reduce it or simplify it. So in order to reduce or simplify, you have to think of your divisibility rules. You have to think of numbers that can go into both of these. So you can start off with 24 and 36 both have the number 2 can go into them, so that one's pretty easy. But they also both have the number 4 that can go into them. So you can go up and up. The higher you go, the greatest common factor will be your best. I'll just kind of cut to it for you. So you should go with 12. So what you're going to do is you're going to divide both of them by 12, okay? What you do to the top, you do to the bottom. So you're going to do both by 12. 24 divided by 12 is 2, and 36 divided by 12 is 3. Once you have two numbers that are right next to each other, that's as low as a fraction can go, and that would be your answer. All right, last thing I want you to do is a couple of triads. Write these down, give them a try, and then make sure you pause it right now after you work on it, and then I will make sure the answer is on there for you. All right, and here's your answers in simplest form, and you're done with notes for today.